Welcome dear friends, today I am going to show you the tangy and also spicy sorrel leaves and prawns curry. This is the authentic recipe with less masala in it and suitable for consuming in hot summers also. So in this I took some prawns. I am just sorting it in groundnut oil. I'm seeing whether the water is coming out or not. If the water comes out, the prawns will be lightly dried. Then in that stage we should wait. Till then we should wait. See, I have seen still more water. Now there is no water at all. Enter the water is dried. I'm taking these prawns into a small bowl. I'll use this pan for further cooking. I'm using here cold pressed groundnut oil and some sorrel leaves. I washed them and also I drained them. I washed them twice by using some salt. See, we have to just put our hand in the sorrel leaves bowl by just pressing them. So if there is any other pesticide left over, it will be gone by doing in this process. This process is taught, my grandma taught me this process, so I am following it. Actually I cooked this recipe for many times and I want to share with you now. As of now, I'm using cold pressed groundnut oil to fry the onions in the pan. After frying the pans, I'm adding some garlic here. As you can see, the garlics will give us good taste for the curry. And I just cut the heads of the garlics I'm using. I did not peel it. And also I added some red chili here. It will give you some spicy flavor. Now I'm adding coriander and jeera powder, which is homemade. So for this I'm saying, the proportion is for 1 tablespoon of corianders, you take 1 by 4 tablespoon of jeera, and you can make the powder and you can keep it in airtight container for further use if you want. I'm adding some salt and also turmeric for this curry and some chili powder. In this process we have to mix all of this in a good manner such that the pan should not powders which we pour into the pan should not stick into it. So we have to sort it always. We can't leave them. Now I'm adding the sorrel leaves which are drained well. After wearing the sorrel leaves, you have to keep the lid on it so that they will be cooked evenly. If not, the water will come out and they won't be cooked well. See, I'm just moving with my ladle. Later I just see, this is the outcome. After keeping the lid, we should take out the sorrel leaves will be like this. Now we can, in this stage we can add the prawns here. See, the sorrel leaves are entirely became mixed with the curry with the salt, chili powder and some masala that as I have added, and also the onions that I have sorted here. Now this is the gravy base for our curry, and in this I am adding the already sorted and also little dried prawns. At this process, now you can check for salt and also the spiciness of the curry. If you want, in this stage you can add them, and you have to pour 100 ml of water into this curry. After that, the tanginess, the spiciness will settle with the prawns. While we were eating, we will able to taste the masala and also the spiciness and tanginess. This curry is suitable for super hot summers. Even though in super hot summers we can eat it, no problem. And if you want, we can store it for the next day also after preparing it. But suitable cooking process is very much important. As we are just cooking it with a lot of water, it can't be stored for many days but can be stored for 2 days in airtight container. If you make in batches, it will be great for the entire week. Sometimes if we are so busy but wanted to eat something tangy, this will be so much helpful and also nutritious, and also the entire family will be able to love this curry. And this is an authentic recipe that it's from Andhra Pradesh that I have learned from my grandmother while she was cooking. See, I have seen some salt has to be added in it. I felt like that, so I just added it. In the meanwhile process, I'm starting to add some milk that just boiled and also cold. I'm preparing the curd for the next day. After this process, for the next day, while I was cooking, I'm just planning for the next day. So here I'm taking for dosa. For dosa batter, I'm taking 2 glasses of white rice or parboiled rice, whatever you like. I'm using 1 cup of urad dal. This is the proportion I'm following from many days. So I'm just doing how the dosa batter will should be prepared. Just wash them and twice, drain the water and add the new water. See, this is the first time I have washed. I'm taking out the drained water out. I'm adding the good water again. I'm washing it again. So I'm washing twice, and I will soak it for the evening. Now the time is 12 o'clock noon. So I will grind it at the 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the evening and ferment it overnight and use it next day as a breakfast. So for the fermenting process and also for good taste, I used to wear methi seeds also. See, I'm showing here methi seeds. This will be so much helpful for the batter to prepare well. Now in the meanwhile, I'm seeing the curry. The curry is prepared very well. All the oil will ooze out and the curry will become non-sticky to the pan. This is the last step. Subscribe.